Did you know that the Emancipation Proclamation didn't actually free all slaves in America? It's true, it only applied to slaves in Confederate states, those rebelling against the Union. This fact surprises many people. It shows us that the Emancipation Proclamation was as much about strategy as it was about morality.
On January 1st, 1863, I issued this historic document. The nation was in the throes of the Civil War. The war was a deep wound in the heart of America. It pitted brother against brother, state against state. The Emancipation Proclamation declared that all slaves in Confederate-held territory shall be then, thenceforward, and forever free. This was a momentous decree. It shifted the course of the war and the fate of a nation.
The proclamation had limits, but its impact was undeniable. It was a beacon of hope for millions held in bondage. It was a promise of a new dawn for America. At its core, the Emancipation Proclamation was about freedom. It was about recognizing the basic human rights of all people. It was about ending the barbaric practice of slavery. For over 2 centuries, slavery had stained the fabric of American society. Africans were forcibly brought to America. They were denied their freedom and dignity. They were treated as property, not people.
The Emancipation Proclamation challenged this deeply ingrained injustice. It declared that slavery was incompatible with the ideals of America. It proclaimed that all men are created equal, regardless of the color of their skin. This proclamation was a turning point in American history.
It was a step towards fulfilling the promise of liberty and justice for all.
President Lincoln's decision to issue the Emancipation Proclamation was complex. It was driven by military strategy as well as moral conviction. The Civil War was not going well for the Union. The Confederate Army had won several key battles. Lincoln knew he needed to change the course of the war.
I also knew that slavery was morally wrong. I believed that the nation could not continue to exist half slave and half free. The Emancipation Proclamation was a way to strike a blow against the Confederacy. It was also a way to advance the cause of freedom.
Lincoln's decision was met with mixed reactions. Abolitionists celebrated it as a victory for freedom. Some Northerners opposed it, fearing it would prolong the war.
The Emancipation Proclamation had a profound impact on the Civil War. It galvanized the North and weakened the South. It changed the very nature of the conflict.
Before the proclamation, the war was primarily about preserving the Union. Afterward, it became a fight to end slavery. This moral clarity energized the North.
The proclamation also had a significant impact on the South. It demoralized Confederate soldiers, many of whom owned no slaves themselves. It also deprived the South of much-needed labor.
The Emancipation Proclamation also paved the way for African Americans to join the Union Army. Over 200,000 black soldiers fought for the Union. They played a crucial role in securing victory.
The Emancipation Proclamation didn't end slavery overnight. It took another 3 years of bloody conflict and the passage of the 13th Amendment to abolish slavery in America. But the proclamation was a crucial step towards that goal.
It marked a turning point in the fight for racial equality in America. It set in motion a series of events that would eventually lead to the dismantling of Jim Crow and the Civil Rights Movement.
The Emancipation Proclamation transformed America. It redefined what it meant to be an American. It reaffirmed the nation's commitment to the ideals of liberty and equality for all. The Emancipation Proclamation remains a powerful symbol of hope and freedom. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, we must never give up on the fight for justice. It inspires us to continue the work of building a more perfect union.
The legacy of the Emancipation Proclamation is all around us. It's in the ongoing fight for racial equality. It's in the struggle for social justice. It's in the belief that all people deserve to live in a world free from oppression.
The Emancipation Proclamation was a promise. It was a promise of freedom, equality, and opportunity for all. It's a promise that we are still striving to fulfill today.